Hey there, you guys. This is going to be your weekly soul connection guidance reading. So I'm going to, excuse me, tune into the energy of you, the viewer, and where you are within a connection that you have most on your mind and on your heart this week. So let's see where the energies are. And then I will also pull for the other party involved and see where their energy is, the person that you have most on your mind and on your heart for this week. And this is going to be the week of October 30th through November the 5th, 2017. Okay, so let's see what's going on with you this week. Okay, we start off with the Lovers, Nine of Swords, Two of Pentacles, the King of Pentacles, the Four of Pentacles, Justice, Ten of Cups, and the Six of Pentacles. Okay, so for your energy as the Lovers, this represents the energy that you're putting in towards the connection this week. So what you're putting in towards this what you're putting towards this connection this week with the Lovers, I feel like is this divine, this connection. I feel like you're looking at it from your higher self, your higher intellect. You're not really looking at it from rose-colored glasses. You're looking at it head on. You're looking at this person as well, like confronting them face to face, whether it's energetically or physically. And I feel like you're needing to make this decision or this choice that you know is going to be very significant or very important with this whole situation. Possibly even your life. You know that this is an important situation or choice that you must make. And I feel like you're trying to see if this connection can really stand the test of time. Is this really a divine sacred energy? Is this really what I believe it to be? Because a lot of you, I feel like, will be surprised what you get. Because I feel like there's like, I love the fact that Tarot created the Devil and the Lovers card. Almost, they look exactly the same in a sense, if that makes any sense to you. Because it's like, if you looked at the Devil card, I'm talking about the traditional sense of the Lovers. When we look at that, they're polar opposites. You got the divine connection, that sacred union that's free, where they're free of any, they're free from their fears. They're free from false belief systems. They're naked, which is also liberation and vulnerability, but in a healthy sense. They're free. They're themselves. They're being authentic. They don't really care about being nude or naked. You know, it goes back to that biblical thing. They had no awareness or anything was wrong. So that also indicates, you know, purity. With the Devil card, it's like, that energy is totally opposite. It's perverted. It's entrapment. It's fears. It's obsession. And a lot of what you're going to find is that this connection, for some of you, what you've been feeling is sacred and divine is really the Devil energy. Because these connections it brings about, and not to say that you can't be an alchemist and transform this energy to that level of the Lovers, from the Devil to the Lovers. It's very possible. Some of you, it's just not meant for that to be. Some of you have to release yourself from that Devil, because who's to say that the other person wants to free themselves from the toxic aspect of this connection? They're both chained and they believe that they're stuck together. There's nobody else. We're intoxicated by this energy. It consumes us. We're obsessed. It has to be this or it has to be that. Not willing to break free from society's belief systems, all kinds of things. And, you know, side chicks and side boyfriends, husbands, wives, all these perverted things. And I don't mean to be judgmental, and if it sounds like that, I apologize, because we have to go through these things for a reason. It's karma with every situation. But it's this, if you can't If you're both not willing to work as a team and free yourselves from these chains, you have to do it individually for yourself, because you want to free yourself. I don't want to be a side chick. I don't want to be, you know, shamed because I'm this or I'm that, or I look like this, or I come from this background, and the other person, you know, whatever they're dealing with, they have to want to free themselves. And that's where the teamwork comes in, and a union and a connection. You can't have one-sided unions and connection. That's a lot of what people are experiencing, these things, and these, whatever you want to call these connections. And it's sad. It really is sad. And I speak so passionately about it because I've been through the whole journey. I'm not saying that I'm like completely just healed and I'm done and I'm better than everybody. I'm still healing. I'm still coming to my own awareness about it. And I work with many others who are, you know, identify with this whole dynamic. And I also witness, I see it, I'm looking at it, and it's sad. That's why I speak so passionately about it. And people are afraid to tap into that devil. In this deck, I love the devil card as well, because it shows the two couple looking at each other in terror. Like, I don't like what the fuck you're showing me. And that's what this does. It's going to show you some things you don't want to see. And I feel like people don't want to really get in touch with figuring out if this is real or not. But I feel like you're gonna do that. You're gonna say, you know what, enough is enough, and I'm gonna confront this energy no matter what I see. Because some people are afraid that the bubble is gonna burst and the fairy tale isn't really real after all. It's just a tall tale. It was never real. And I feel like that's a scare. But how liberating it's gonna be to get out of that devil energy and free yourselves. I've only know of a couple of people personally who have identified themselves as twin flames, and they both got their shit together. That's a rare case. I've never seen that in many. Never. It's always, I'm doing this and this is happening. The other person is going to work on themselves for sure. And we can say, like, yeah, the divine masculine is working on himself. He's doing this, whatever you want to call this other person. I hate the titles too. This person is working on themselves, they're doing this and they're doing that. Yeah, but that's more than likely their own karma of what they got to work out within themselves, either way it goes, outside of the connection. But when it comes back to this, are they willing to like work with you? Are you both on an agreement that you're trying to get yourselves together and that you really want this? Is that really what's happening? Or is it just you pining after this person and saying, you know what, I'm waiting on them, and in the 5D, they're sending me love messages? That's not enough. You live here too. You live down here on the physical realm. The 5D is a part of it, but it's not the only thing that you can feed off of. It's not the only energy that's around you. You're spiritual and physical. So you got to have a balance. So a lot of you are going to wake up to that. And it might not be a positive thing for some of you, but in the end it will be positive, because it's going to free up space for you to find a sacred union or to attract that pure love that's really out there for you. And it can come from, and this troubles people too, that it's so many opportunities and different people that you can have beauty in a relationship. It's not that one person thing is this codependent ideology that we've been fixated to believe in. We have a free will choice, and spirit will give us the opportunity to choose who we feel is best matched to us. Spirit blesses us. They give us free will. Divine spirit has given us free will in life, period. And to think that we're subject to one person and we got to put up with their bullshit, that is bullshit itself. And if you really look at it and not look from this standpoint, like this one, like, oh, who is she to tell me that, oh, this is not my twin flame? Like, do you hear what you're saying to yourself? It's like you're putting yourself in a position to be in. It's like, this is what I feel. Spirit would never ever impose or lock you down into a painful situation. It's not love. It's a twisted, sick ideology that's kind of brainwashed a lot of people into believing that love equals pain and toxic energy. It's not real. You know, you deserve so much more, and that's what this connection for a lot of people is supposed to reveal, is that I deserve the best. I deserve what I want. I can have anything in this life. I'm a child of God. I am one with the Creator. I can create what I want. I deserve real love. I deserve someone that really values me and can give me everything that I want, not to sit here crying over somebody that's come and gone, or someone that's constantly putting me second best. And this doesn't just happen in whatever you want to call this, twin flame, soulmate, whatever. This happens in relationships with people that don't even know what that twin flame subject is, and they're dealing with this and they can't get out of it. I know people personally that have been together for years, broken up their families, and it's so toxic and it's sick, and they believe that they're meant to be together, and that's just something that we've been brainwashed to believe. Twin flame, soulmate energy or not, it's just something we're fixed to believe, and that's not truth. There's many harmonious connections out there. And I might lose some people watching this, and I don't care, because the whole thing is I want to break free of the bullshit and help people break free of bullshit. And I'm not just talking about this soulmate twin flame thing, but I'm talking about you as a person and your self-worth and what you're supposed to get in this life is bigger. You know, we have free will. If we want to suffer in pain, Spirit says, so be it. You'll suffer in pain, but does Spirit want that for you? Of course not. It's our free will choice. And what I would want, and really, I feel like my mission, if you want to call it that, is I want people to find self-love and to find that person that feeds them that beautiful energy that they're seeking, but looking in all the wrong places. It takes that truth within yourself and facing that ugly mirror and cleaning it off and saying to yourself, you know what? I see the truth of it and I know I deserve better. Not too many people want to look in the mirror because it's too scary, it's too much, and it'll break down, it'll take away their soft, cushy bed that they have. If they find out the truth, it's going to take away all the fluff and all the feathers and the rainbows. It's going to take away all of that imaginary stuff. I'm sorry, you guys, if I go off on tangents. I'm so sorry, but I have to, I have to. I can't bullshit people. I can't do it. I can't watch. I can't. And then like these readings and stuff, I can't do it. Enough is enough. I feel so sad for like so many people. And I'm not responsible for anybody. Everybody's an adult and they live their own life and their own path. But if anybody's listening because you felt like guided to listen, if I'm speaking to whoever I'm meant to speak to, I hope that you hear me as Spirit is speaking to you through me, that you hear what Spirit has for you, whatever the message is that you are meant to stumble upon, that you hear Spirit loud and clear, that you deserve better. This is not the last pit stop for you. It's not. This is just a part of the journey and the road. And the more you stay fixed and clinging on to something that is not moving and it's dead, you're trying to wake up this dead deer that you ran across in the road, and you're nurturing it for dear life, hoping that it'll wake up, and it's not meant to. It's time for you to move on, mourn and move on. Get back in your car and keep driving. This is not the last stop for you. Okay. So the present energy of where you are is a Nine of Swords. So this is a lot of dealing with those fears, those anxieties and those worries that you have, and the things that keep you up at night. And it might be this choice and decision that you feel like you have to make, or it's Spirit bugging you to look at this situation and make a clear decision, clear-cut decision about what to do with this whole situation, with this connection or this person in your life, period. This is not just about this connection. It's about your life. So you got many different things you need to make some decisions, because it's like you're moving ahead in your journey. You're going into the next phase of your life. A lot of you are like dragging it's like your nails are like, no, I don't want to do it. And Spirit is pulling you to do it, I feel. So the past is relevant to this is the Two of Pentacles. You've already been kind of like, is this even worth it anymore? Am I going to get anything out of this? Am I going to get a reward or not? Is this person, are they going to give me anything? Are they going to offer me this? Or are they going to offer me that? That's where you were in the past. That's why you're at where you're at. Okay, so what are your intentions? Your intentions are the King of Pentacles. If you watch my single reading, if that resonated with you, the King of Pentacles was the overall energy. This is coming into your own. I feel like your intentions are to come into your own, to be self-sufficient within yourself and not have to need or want anything. If you want it, it's because you truly want it, and it's coming from a healthy place, not from a place of codependency, but from a place of balance. And I know my self-worth now. I take full ownership of who I am and what I was and the things that I experienced and what I've learned and what I still need to learn. I'm comfortable with who I am. I feel like that's your intentions. The blockages that need to be clearing is the Four of Pentacles, that lack of surrender. It's like, I need this. This is all I have. This is all I'm worth. This person. If I don't have them in my life, then what is my path worth? What is my life worth to anybody or to me if I don't have this person? If it doesn't go this way, then what do I have? If this person doesn't give me this or that, you know, then what was this all for? It was a waste of time. So it's like this perception of like, I have to cling on to something because I feel like it's worth everything and there's nothing else. And this is an aspect, this perspective needs to go. It's like you got these old shoes in your closet and you can't even fit them no more. If you put them on, they give you bunions and corns or whatever. And it's like, you know, you can't fit these shoes. Why don't you just let them go so that new things can fill your closet? It's like your bank account. A lot of people are like afraid to buy. They penny pinch. And I'm guilty of this. I'm not even going to front. I'm guilty of this. It's like, I like to see my money in a stable place. Like, I like to see how much money I have, and if I don't have to really necessarily spend it, I don't feel comfortable. So it's like, if I know that I need, like, say some water or something, I'm like, well, I can penny pinch and like just get one little bottle of water. And it's like, no, you know, why don't you just get a gallon or something so it'll last you? But it's like, you're afraid of letting go of that because it's like, nothing's gonna return back to me. It's like that one little dollar, whatever, 25 cents I'm spending, oh my God, the damn for that, because it just fucked up my whole balance. But in reality, it's like you're going to be given much more. And I've learned that, like, Spirit uses little silly things for me to like explain. But that's what I'm getting. It's like, let go of this so that more can come to you. The lessons I feel like that have been learned so far with this whole situation is you've got the Justice card. So the Justice card, I feel like you're going to learn, or you have learned, that obviously this is a karmic situation. And when I say karmic, I don't mean anything like, oh, karma's a bitch, that's what you get type of thing. But it's a situation where you've come to learn lessons. You are assigned to experience certain things. Your higher self wanted to come down here and learn this and learn that and experience this for whatever reason or purpose for yourself, whatever you come into realization of. But I feel like that's what you're learning. And at the end of the day, Spirit has the final say-so in this, is really what it is. And I feel like when I say Spirit, your higher self knows the plan, your guides, and these things are not separate entities. They're a part of you. So you're all in one team with all of this. Okay? So what are the expectations? The expectations you have is the Ten of Cups. So the Ten of Cups, your expectation is that you will get some sort of reward or this fantasy or this fairy tale to complete itself. I feel that whatever this is, you will be fulfilled emotionally, and that not just the visualization that you had, but not just feeling it, but also experiencing and actually having that, which you've been trying to manifest or visualize, I feel like is what you're expecting, like this to come to fruition. Your hopes and your fears is the Six of Pentacles, obviously, of you not getting that reward, that it's not going to be given to you, that it's like this energy of being without, like you'll have to beg for it, or, you know, Spirit is like, nope, you don't deserve it. Everybody else gets a car, but you don't get a car. Like, it's like that. But your hope is the opposite. Of course, you want Spirit to gift you. You feel like there's so many rewards that you haven't gotten, and it could be from this person. It's like, why won't you give me what I deserve or what I've been working for so long? Okay, so let's take a look at like what your feelings and your thoughts are. What are the feelings and your thoughts of this situation or this person? You got the Magician as your feelings. So how you feel about this person is you really feel like this person has the power to bring this together. And you're not seeing the fact that you're the Justice card. You're not seeing that. And that you got spiritual backing. You're not seeing that at all. But you feel like whoever this other party is, you feel like they have this power, immense power in the situation and also over you. And I think we got this card last week. And I've picked up the same thing. And you give them a lot of credit and a lot of power. And I feel like it's because you think very highly of this person. You see them as a powerful person and spiritually gifted or powerful. And maybe you feel like they've manifested a couple of things in the connection. But in reality, it's like you have the final say. So you have these swords. So whatever needs to be clarified, straightened out, the truth revealed, cut out of your life, you are in charge of that. Your thoughts about the situation and this person come from your feelings about them. So I feel like your thoughts is like you are powerless and you can't move on and you can't leave, or you'll never be able to obtain this because it's all on them. Whether or not they want this or not, I can't get my fairy tale. Whether it includes them or it's just simply a fairy tale, simply if you take the specific person out of it and just look at the bigger picture, it's I want this, I want that, I want family, I want stability, I want this, you know what I mean? So that's your bigger picture. And you feel like this person is the one that's going to be able to gift it to you or manifest it. And it's like you feel hopeless and you think that emotionally I'll never get what I want because it's all on them. I'm waiting on them to manifest it or give it to me. Okay, so let's see where they're at in relations to you and the connection. Okay, Ace of Swords. So they're seeking clarity also. Two of Cups, Nine of Pentacles. Okay, I'm just going to cover these. Okay. So they're seeking clarity as well. This is the energy that they're putting into the connection. They might even be that one to give you that truth. This is the divine truth. This is Spirit handing the truth to them or handing it to you through them. So they could be saying things directly to you or saying something. Somehow you get some clarity from this person. Okay? For some of you, it is direct communication. For some of you, it's a sign or synchronicity in relations to them. Possibly a dream. The clarity that you're seeking with this choice, they're going to help give it to you. They're not going to give you the answer per se, but they're going to give you that clarity. Next, we have the Two of Cups. This is their present energy. So they are focused on this connection, I feel. They are focused on you in some way. I feel like, what should I do moving forward with this? I feel like they're considering all of their options before they move ahead, before they proceed. So whether it's them reaching out to you to seek clarity within the connection, or it's needing clarity to figure out whether or not they leave this behind in some way. Because they're having, I feel like what they're needing to do is look at all of the connections they have in their life right now and decipher whether or not they need to cut them loose. I feel like you guys are kind of in the same space. So this person is thinking about moving forward and leaving all the baggage behind. And whatever it is that brings them stress or causes them imbalance mentally, they're willing to drop it off and cut it loose. So they're looking towards this connection too. The Nine of Pentacles represents the past is relevant to the future. So the Nine of Pentacles, I feel like something about this energy, like you've possibly cut them off in the physical, or they see that you're doing well in the physical. This could be job promotions, something financially going in your favor, or you're just looking good and you look happy. It's like you're living your best life according to them. That's how they're perceiving you. And that you don't need them anymore. You don't need this. So it's like, wait a minute. Like, what's up with that? I need some clarity. I need to know what's going on. So they might seek this information directly from you or in some way. That's why I feel like they're going to deliver a message to you, whether it's a dream, because subconsciously, if they feel like they can't contact you, they'll send you a message through dreams to you somehow. That's usually how we're most receptive to messages. Not everybody can easily access their like divine guidance, waking life, because sometimes we're easily distracted by things or we don't really understand the symbolism with signs and synchronicities. But in our sleep, we get visuals, signs, we hear things. So I feel like that might go different ways for you guys. They might come to you through directly or through a dream. Okay, their intentions is the Knight of Pentacles. So the Knight of Pentacles is they do have the intention to add something into your life or to gift you something. And there's a procrastinative energy, like they might have been pondering this for a minute. And it escalates to the Knight of Cups. So there's something, I feel like it's an apology, really. I feel like they want to talk to you, but they know but they need to come correct, or they need to apologize. Like they need to humble themselves, is what I'm feeling. They know they need to come correct to you. So what are the blockages that need to be cleared? We have the Knight of Cups. So the blockage that needs to be cleared for this person is, I feel like they don't have clear intentions with you, which is why some of you may be confused about this person. Do they want me? Do they not want me? Because it's like this back and forth energy. 1 minute they're in, 1 minute they're out. The Knight of Cups has no clear direction. He comes from a pure place. His heart is open. But at the same time, he doesn't really know what he wants. And he can hurt people by doing that. And he's also possibly a people pleaser. And I say he because I'm talking about the Knight of Cups himself, not the person that you're dealing with. But him or her, they're a people pleaser. And their intentions, they might be good, is to be there and be nice to everybody and everybody to love them or to like them. But we're not having any clear direction of what their intentions are, where they're headed. Just coming in and making people fall in love, because this is like a prince in like knight in shining armor, a Prince Charming. You know, the it girl makes every guy fall in love with her. Something about Mary, but has no real intentions of, you know, they don't really know what they want. So this is something that they need to clear within themselves. They need to get clear on what it is that they actually want. And I feel like that's what they're doing. So what they have learned so far is this Six of Swords. So they know that there's a lot of things in their life that they need to cut loose in order to move forward. They also want clarity. They may have taken a lot of wisdom on this journey within themselves and also within the connection. They've taken a lot of wisdom. And there's a lot of transformation. But I feel like also this person is trying to figure out how to move forward and cut ties with the past and leave all the mental baggage behind. They just want clarity. So the hope and the fear, or I'm sorry, the expectation. The expectation is the Chariot. So for them, the expectation is that whatever happens between the both of you, they're going to move forward successfully. And they believe the same for you because they see you as someone who's already abundant without them. So it's like no matter what happens between us, we'll both be good in the end. We'll both be successful or happy in some way. There will be some sort of successful movement forward. Whether that's between us, whether we decide to do this, whether we decide to just be cool, whether we decide to just, you know, call it a peace, whatever, and separate and go our own ways, they believe it's successful. Whatever it's going to be, they expect this to move successfully, and that God has got this. So whether they believe in God or some higher power, they believe that whoever, there's someone in charge that's got this. At the end of the day, things will be good. With the Ten of Swords, this is their hopes and fears. The Ten of Swords is like their thoughts are getting the best of them. They also feel like maybe they'll never be able to get out of whatever they're dealing with, whatever the losses they have to cut out, or feel like things that are holding them back, people, beliefs. They're afraid that they're not going to be able to get out of it, and it's going to keep them trapped. Another thing is I feel that they're not going to get the answers with this. You know, it might be too late to get that clarity that they're seeking. Something along those lines. But I feel like this person wants to cut their losses and get away from this trying period mentally. Whatever has been haunting them, they want to get out of it, I feel. So, what are their current feelings towards you in the connection? So they have the Wheel of Fortune. I feel like this person feels like you might be an unstable person in their life, or just someone that just comes and goes in their life. It's funny because that's what they're doing, but they feel like you come and go in their life, and there's no stability with all of this. One minute you guys are cool, then the next minute you're not, and they can't figure out why things cannot be consistent. If you're going to leave, then leave. If you're going to stay and it's going to be cool, then let's keep it that way. But there's this fluctuation, and they don't realize that this is spirit doing this. There's times where spirit, you know, the flow of the universe, nothing stays the same. It's not meant to. We have seasons and they change. So connections and dynamics are not meant to always stay the same. So I feel like what spirit is saying to them, they're showing them to kind of release and let go and allow spirit to control things. And I feel like they're kind of learning that now with the Chariot card, that they're not in control. You're not in control in a sense, but really on a higher level you are. It's your higher selves as well that's, you know, working with divine spirit. It's not just like you guys are down here bumping your heads. So how they think about you, they have the Hierophant. They see you as like this highly spiritual person that you may have given them a lot of clarity about who they are, what they want in life, or help them religiously or spiritually figure out what their truth is, what they're really dedicated to in life, what they really want in life. They feel like you've given them a lot of wisdom, and that you have a very strong gift about you. That's how they feel about you. They're seeing you from the aspect of who you really are. Even if you can't see it for yourself, this person sees you as this like spiritually intuitive person. They see you as this moral, you know, person that's true to themselves. Someone who's true to him or herself. And they respect that about you. Okay. So I am going to look at the outside influences and what is the energy that you should expect to come out of this, like where you guys are pretty much. So I'm going to use a couple of different decks like I always do. Okay, so what are the outside influences for the both of you? Okay, so for you, funny, you got the King of Pentacles again. So the outside influence of you is really, you know what, I'm stepping up and I'm going to take care of myself. I'm going to nurture myself. For them, the Six of Wands, I'm going to be so honest with you. And I have the Devil card at the bottom. This person is really seeking attention from you. It's like, if you're not giving me attention, then here I come. And that's not good. That's the thing about the Knight of Cups. He doesn't know what he wants. But ultimately, what's influencing this person is they want that short-term validation or that short-term attention from you. They just want it now. It doesn't matter. And they do this with a lot of people. They just seek attention. this person has to heal themselves, because they, like I said, people pleasing is not a healthy thing to do, because it shows that you don't really appreciate yourself. You need everyone else to like you in order for you to feel good. So this is why Spirit says they need to clear that up. This Knight of Cups energy. I honestly feel like this person wants answers. They want clarity from you, and they want to hear from you, because they're missing the attention that you've given them. And I don't feel like this is like a pure victory. It's like a forced and manipulative type of energy from this person. Okay, so let's see what the conclusion is of what we should expect with this energy for this week. Okay, so you got the Nine of Wands and the Seven of Swords. So you're going to see who's really been breaking bread with you. And it's funny this card came out, the Three of Pentacles, because it's that teamwork card. You're really going to be seeing how much effort they really put into the connection. And I'm not talking about physically, like, do they call me just like I call them? Do they say that they see the synchronicities just as I do? Are they trying to meet up with me? No, spiritually, what have they been putting in that benefits you within the connection? Because I can tell from your end, spiritually, you've been giving a lot to this person. You've been helping them with their path. But what have they given to you? There's some deception, and it's going to become clear to you if this person has really been working with you in an energetic sense. What have they really been given to the connection? Or have you been doing this by yourself, sculpting this? Because the other person, they are working on themselves. They are doing what they need to do, what Spirit wants them to do. As far as like for you, as it benefits you and the connection and what you're seeking and what you've been putting in, you're going to see if that's being reciprocated or not. I feel. If you dare to see for yourself and not be afraid of what you might see, whether it's they are or they aren't, if you're not afraid of that and you just want the truth, you know. Okay, so this is the advice card for you. And then I'm going to close the reading out. Hopefully I didn't offend anybody. You know, if it resonates, it's not a personal reading. So, of course, it's not going to resonate fully and completely with everybody. But whoever the messages were meant to reach, they'll know who they are. So I don't need anybody, like, trying to bite my head off. Deception. Okay. Someone is wearing a false self-mask. So there's a lot of deception in this connection. You've been deceiving yourself. They've been deceiving themselves. You've been deceiving each other. If you can take ownership of that and admit to yourself that maybe you weren't always forthcoming as well, and it's not just them, you know, not demonize one or the other, but take responsibility for what role you play, and also have the courage enough to see the truth about this situation. And it's only when you see the truth that things can fully blossom and the sun can come in. It's like we are so afraid of the truth. We're afraid to walk in the night, in the moon. We're afraid to walk under the moonlight because we don't know what we're going to stumble across. Not knowing that we have that torch to guide us to where we're supposed to be, step by step. And as the sun comes up, the revelations are there. We might not like everything that we see, but at the same time, there's positivity within truth. Because it's liberating. It frees you. There's a new beginning that comes out of it. So keep that in mind, you guys. Much love to you. Peace.